Hi. How's it going? Fucking... Having to do with technical shit behind the scenes is a nightmare. Hello. It's me again. I'm Viv, I play video games on the internet. And I'm here today to play video games on the internet. Hooray. I would have been here a little bit while ago, but I was waiting for voice mod to boot up. And I was like, wait, that's stupid. Why don't I just go? And so here I am. I'm not sure why the chat isn't working again, but fucking... you might have to deal. Because I can't actually find a way to fix this stupid thing right now. I love when I fix things and things are still broken. Always my favorite, personally. Okay, I'm just gonna run and try one thing real quick. I'm gonna see if I can just re-add in everything. Where is it? It's overlays. Copy. What do you mean an error? Anyway, we're gonna be playing some Ace Attorney in a second. Just give me a hot second. I have to fix a million and one things. Sorry this is taking so long. I would have... You know, I'm just gonna open up the game and I'll just try to do all this shit in the background. Give me, like, a second to fix everything. Because then I can, now that voice mod is up, I can at the very least switch over. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it feels like it, huh? It feels like it. Hi, V's. Everything's just kind of breaking around me. Anyway. Let's start up the game at the very least. And I'll try to do everything else in the background, like I said. Let's start up Ace Attorney. Oh, there it is. Fucking chat works here. Not sure it doesn't work on the other one. Whatever. At least things are working. So that's fine. I'm not dropping an ass load of frames, and I managed to fix my problem. It was just like... Hey, you want Windows search on to crash everything suddenly for no reason? Well, boy, do we have the update for you. We here at Windows think it is stupid that you want to have your computer work. So we've decided to make it so that your computer thinks that it has a full disk drive, so it makes all of your bitrate go to shit. Congrats! Have fun, idiot! Anyway. Turn about beginnings. The girl. Let her go! Oh, wow. Is that with a gun? Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Just however how long everything took, it fucking... Hello, what's up? It's the first kiss of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Oh, yeah, look at this computer! Name, Terry Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. After escaping, Falls met and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, who captured on Eagle Mountain 8 hours after his escape. Oh, is it for your computer? Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. Oh, sorry. I'm jumping between two different things, so I can't read it. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. February 19th, 9:24 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. I'm so nervous. I think I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Yeah! Good morning. There'll be some jumping, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now, a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Take small talk, make small talk and try to relax him. So why'd you escape anyway? I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But, Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry. I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Yeah, I'm really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. But I was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that it was Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha! There he is! Wow. Look at this jackass. Anyway, you're not gonna figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Well, there he is. There he is. Well, I don't know. I mean, you got me there. You got me there. He kind of looks familiar, but, maybe not. Diego Armando. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices is here for me. Law Offices is here for me. No. You got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escaped death row convict for our first client. Yeah, thanks. Wish I sure could get out of it, though. Ha! Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Well, no, it's not Phoenix we're playing as. We're playing as Phoenix's mentor, Mia Fey. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. February 16th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Oh, it's this judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess a little kitten hasn't earned himself as a reputation yet, huh? Maybe. Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping from prison, eh? On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. Oh, the judge, I think, right? The judge, you mean? So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls is responsible for her death. You got it, kid. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's see your opening statement, eh? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought about it for a second. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. It's a really horrible crime, eh? I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. In the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. The witness's testimony. Diego Luna? I don't know if I know what that is. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said they witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. Oh, okay. Middle of Book of Life? Okay. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in or never recover. So Mrs. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha! I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious the defendant is guilty.
Objection!
Wait a minute, that's not right! At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Oh, look at this jackass. God, fucking baby face. Young people these days simply don't respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call a detective who's in charge of the initial investigation of this case. There he is! Oh, God. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously. My heart is aching for you. Detective, put yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise... Yeah, it's a little... Please don't. I hate Phoenix's boyfriend so much. Yeah, when I was 11, I turned 13 because... Fuck 12. I'll write you up on contempt so quick it'll make something other than your heart. I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, please tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran from the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. And which is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I got you. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge, and the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was captured at a police checkpoint and was trying to make his getaway, sir. I see. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there is no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony I prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony, eh? Yes, sir. By the way, I don't know if it's even good, but this is like my first time even trying to do a fucking stereotypical ass Canuck accent. I hope I'm doing a decent job, lol. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. On the daily incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. It's pretty alright. Nice. I'm glad I can just pull shitty accents just out of my hat and they just work. Sometimes. Honestly, like... You want to hear another version of my stupid-ass Canuck accent? Because I got another one. Let me just take a minute. I gotta drink some water. Alright. Here, how's this for my Canuck accent?
Drill claw.
Let me, actually, hold on, I gotta fix this.
Drill claw. Drill claw.
How's that sound? Anyway, stupid joke. Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge and at the designated time with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, the defense, please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination, eh? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright? Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean the defendant, the witness. Everyone's a beginner in here. Huh. You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kid. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night watching. I love that neither Mia nor Phoenix really know what they're doing a lot of the time and are just making it up as they go along. That's very endearing. Sorry, I'm eating a tangerine. This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. He sent a note about a phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top-secret memo she left on her desk. Alright. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls, eh? Which right he wants to keep that note from me? Huh. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Now there's a question we don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me. Was that a trap? But that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Okay. I'm just gonna press on every statement here. A bridge up the mountains? But why meet there? Because it is a very important place to defend, and that's why. What do you mean by that, eh? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all this occurred, Hold on 1 second. And the place where all this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Return to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. I want to press on this statement specifically. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just at the 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that test room. A trap? Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. Ever famous contradictions. Sure I could find some of those. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great! We even got to say, "Don't move! We got you surrounded!" Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Huh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on the desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, man. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. This guy sure how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valley Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would be. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. I'm talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back nice and firm. Condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. I do see something strange, I think. Like, that lock looks broken. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? Well, he always says, ma'am, I didn't do it, I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. Here's what he always says, Your Honor. Then he always says, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Do I present the picture here? I think I do. Because there is something very obviously wrong. Because, like, that's a crack up here. Like, this is very obviously a cracked, like, trunk. I guess like, they broke into it. But I guess it's nothing really that obvious. Never mind, they must have cracked it open. That's probably just very obvious. I'm trying to see, is there anything weird about it? There has to be. It's very, like, obvious there's something weird about this photo. But where is it? Any ideas, chat? I'm trying to figure it out myself without looking anything up. But I can't seem to see anything that's out of place. There's probably something. Because the crack is from, I guess, the police busting into it. It's apparently a stolen car? Falls 4:30 p.m. at that bridge where I get for on vacation. Talk to Dahlia. This time the whole truth must come out. Dahlia. Do we know any Dahlia here? There's gotta be something. I guess the crack must have been there before. Alright, I'm gonna ignore that for right now. Alright. Big trap waiting for that testimony. The crime photo. Look at the victim note. Talk to Dahlia. Who's Dahlia? I don't want to present anything carelessly, but I feel like there's... You know, I can always just save low ad, just save scum it. Okay, I'm gonna save scum it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not that. I don't want to do stuff carelessly. I don't want to do a perfect run, but I want to do anything that's, like, kind of careless. Let's see, 5 yards. What am I missing here? Okay, she's really murdered. Is the autopsy report? No. Maybe? Nope. That's not it either. So let's see. Nothing strange. There has to be something strange about this photo. Talk to Dahlia. Talk to Dahlia. Sergeant Hawthorne, Dusky Bridge. You know that's true. 4:30. Let me try pressing again, see what I get here. Okay, yeah. It always says... Trying my best not to cheat, but I'm trying to think, what do I need to do here? I don't know if I can actually logic this. Alright. I guess I was right earlier. Never mind. Witness! What is it? You got something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Hey, what's poppin'? You should have practiced before coming to court, eh? Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Maya, shake it off. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Right! Oh, God, I didn't even see what they... Yeah, putting it together, yeah, no white scarf. Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. The note? It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very quite simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. How goes it? The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that, eh? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you're searching so desperately for... Is this one, perchance? Is it this one, perchance? Buddy, I don't know if you're colorblind, but it's clearly a blue scarf. Ah! Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I had a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Not exactly white as the color requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. Looks like it spent some time in the mud, eh? Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. Bro, if you're gonna hide evidence, you can't even begin to start pulling this shit. That is all with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Would I like to wrap the scarf around his smarmy little neck? Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hot evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Miss Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we'll show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. You're going to hear all about it, eh? Everything's moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Yeah, I can tell he even dresses like him. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shot the victim from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. That's a blue scarf, people! This is a blue scarf. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up, eh? There's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyway. Aha, a potential witness, eh? Wasn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that, eh? So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! It's becoming clear to me now, eh? Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again! That's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, I'm just gonna press and everything right now. I can probably figure out the rest of it on my own. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all.
I really hope you realize how dumb you sound right now, Ezra. You sound like a fucking clown. Goddamn Circus Act 101, 3 rings all in the middle of this court. Stupid ass.
What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? Means she's female and a college student, sir. You absolutely must hear our testimony. You'll just have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question, eh? The victim was wearing a scarf in that photo, alright? So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. Not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Gumshoe, I regret to inform you that this is a murder case. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There's even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down around the stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. You talk something about someone getting pushed? Were you the one getting pushed? Or does that mean someone pushed you down like that once? It was mind-boggling tales in the way he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian. Ha, they have a nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Hey! Why should you spill your coffee? The court record, huh? What's poppin'? Ah, I see. Wait a minute. Where could they have taken the photo from, honestly? Because if this is the photo... So let's see, they said the killer and the victim met here, roughly. So if they're here, where could they have taken the photo from? Here? Here? I was trying to figure out how to get through this case, but so basically we're trying to figure out who what happened here, the court record, huh? Let's go off, Philip. So I got a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do! So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. What you believe is the truth. And that means that somewhere, hidden in that testimony, is a contradiction. Wow. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Well, it's the second part of his testimony. I'm guessing it's the bridge map here, because, like, where'd you even get a picture of that at? It would have to be over on this side, I feel like. But I legit don't know. Good point, good point. I feel like that's the one I need to present there, but... Let me see. Yeah, there it is. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. This is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk, eh? Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us. Us as to what isn't right. What about this photo of the trunk doesn't fit the conditions of the day? Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony, or the condition on the bridge that day. It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, prior to the legal league, would be wet, not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken, eh? Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The evidence is this scarf. Ah! It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice.
Edgeworth misogyny moments! Hello?
You just say this to, like, any, like, fucking person with giant boobs? Are you literally this? Oh, fuck this dude. Come on. I hate young Edgeworth. Like, already I don't like this dude. I've had enough of this dude. I have already had enough of this dude. Hey, same to you, buddy. I wish she said that out loud. I wish she said that out loud. Oh my god. What an awesome comeback. I fucking love Mia so much. Bring her back. Put her in a robot. I don't give a shit. Shoot her. Put her ghost into a robot. Miss Faye's exhortation makes perfect sense to me. I do admit there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's like he's really giving me any choice here. You're doing pretty well. For a little kitten. I see that Mr. Armando likes to spend his time on Discord. Joke over, anyway. Mr. Armando, no matter what he says, contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence. It's one of those three. What you just said now? I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over there who said it. Court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Yes, it is, all the time. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. We won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as flimsy sham it really is. Yes! The false evidence in this case is the... witness's testimony. It has to be. Staged photo, huh? Not the photo that prosecution was taken by a witness. Seems to show a man in a prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo. Are you saying the people in the photo may not be the victim and the defendant? Well, that's certainly a possibility. So perhaps it was another prisoner and policewoman? I admit people have their quirks. Perhaps they were part of a role-playing group. Well, I suppose that's also possible. I guess. You messed up again, kitten. Mr. Armando! You should be in something even more suspicious. Think over the whole thing again. From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalize you for making unsubstantiated accusations. Don't do it, Mia. Don't cry until you get home. In any case. Of course, yeah, it sure is, though. They got the body out, so it has to be the testimony. Is a no-brainer. It's obvious the witness's testimony. It's always the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Huh. It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called him in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but also contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all, eh? You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We're prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Brutal truth is that she's fucking a huge liar. Now, let's proceed with the testimony, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. Sure, she did. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? My name is Liar and Liar. Everyone is so silent that I can hear their heartbeats going pitter-patter. Oh. When I look at you, how could I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite, eh? Bro, how fucking old are you? Go fucking play shuffleboard with the people at your retirement home, Grandpa. Oh my god. Hey, not so fast. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Edgeworth, you're kind of cool. You're also the biggest fucking stooge I've ever seen in this courtroom. How do you not see this woman and not immediately think that this is a wolf in sheep's clothing? I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Now, I have a statement that I could make about Dahlia specifically, and about a lot of things surrounding a character of her type, and a lot of the reasons why that she's allowed to get away with a lot of the stuff that she is. But, you know, I'll leave it there for the time being, suffice to say. But, if you know anything about me, and you've been around the stream before, you can probably fill in the blanks. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. Uh-huh. He's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Ha! Yeah. Sir? Eh? Oh, yes, my dear. This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. I am gritting my teeth as we speak, trying my best not to say it. I'm that fucking dude with a vein popping on his skull right now. Trying my best not to even bring it up, but you can probably guess. Not at all, it's no trouble at all, eh? Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. Yeah, sure it is. I'm a college student. A freshman in the literature department. I almost seen when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? Wow! How can you be so mean? My headphones are dying. Fuck. Give me a second, I'm gonna plug this thing up. I don't know, how can you... Okay, there. Because my thing is connected to voice mod, when my headphones died, it shut off my audio. That's what happened. Hi. Like, oh, what are you doing showing in her face like that, eh? It's not like she took the photo or anything, eh? Ooh. I swear to God, I'm about to fucking bite through my fucking computer cable. Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time we forced to penalize you, eh? Yeah, I think you're getting pretty penal, Your Honor. I hate this case. I hate it! Anyway. I don't like the turn this is taking. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? I gotta be weird to you, eh? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Y'all are dumber than a box of rocks. One conventionally attractive woman walks into court and you're all like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, there's a bigger moral of these cases. And that case is, like, when a woman with no melanin walks into the courtroom and is conventionally attractive, time just stops and you get penalized. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. Yeah, sure you did. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I wish I could say the word, like, on stream. I believe the map will be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was staring at a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs. You took the photo from that location, eh? I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to. Oh. What a cute camera. Just like its owner, eh? Man. Alright then, Miss Faye, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Can we get a new judge, please? This guy is clearly biased. Can we get a new judge, please? Please? Get this guy demoted. This guy sucks. But that's not how the actual thing was. Yeah, even worse. Get this guy out of here. You called the police? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try and escape. You were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, you had already started operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? Terry Falls in the criminal. And there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kid. That girl is a judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're gonna have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers. Have to come with something really good, Mia. Yeah. Vague standards, but standards nonetheless. So she was apparently standing right here. But didn't they say that the killer was right here and the defendant right there? Did you say wildflowers? Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers. But it's only February. Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying. Also, you can just fucking go back to your retirement home, Grandpa. Date there. Yeah, I want that too. I want to like rewrite that one case in History 2 where like, oh, I see. I'm not actually standing up for you anymore. You're trying to marry a 16-year-old. Die. Rot in prison. It's not my problem. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Come on, Maya, let's go get some burgers. That was how you feel, eh? This is when I started growing this glorious beard of mine. Glorious, huh? I've seen better. I just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Do you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor? Is there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl. I know I am. I looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there, so I decided to watch them. Some kind of peeping Tom. Word it any other way, you fucking freakazoid. And you're also a freakazoid. I don't know why you're even allowed to still be on the stand anymore. No, not at all. Everyone is like that. I love watching other people fight. Too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Can we get a new judge, please? Can we get a new judge, please? Literally on my hands and knees begging. Actually, that's why I took the job in the first place. Can we get a new judge, please? Hello? Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? Eh? No, I have no idea. How do you ask that? Oh, just a thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Wow. Wow. If I get penalized for this, I'm leaving. You know what? Fuck you. I'm done. Alright, no problem. I got you. I would never eavesdrop. I'm gonna fucking... I've got more class than that. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Hi-ho the Mario. No, you fucking don't. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Legit? No question. No question. Fuck this judge. Can we get a new one? I am legitimately so sick of this dude. I am more than sick of this dude. I've had enough of this dude already. I'm not even rolling my eyes. I'm staring intently with and I'm burning my eyes with this man's skull. Shooting my laser beams through your skull. Be nice to her! Oh, you know what? No, not her. Be nice to fucking me, is what I was meant to say, but no. Yeah, she's already at the bottom. Yeah. Ugh. Fuck you. Fuck this entire kangaroo court ass shit. Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. Why don't you be, 6 feet under, pushing up daisies instead? I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Everyone sees a woman with light skin and loses their goddamn minds. I hate everything. Sounds like a lie to me. Can we get a new judge? I'm not even voicing this guy anymore. You don't even get a voice anymore, Judge. You don't even get a voice. You have lost your speaking privileges. All I could do was to use my camera, so I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. Yeah. Oh, God. You know what? You know what? I have decided to make an esteemed decision. I don't give a shit about this case, actually. Fuck it. I'm cheating. Cheating activated. Fuck this case, fuck the judge, fuck everything. I'm cheating, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I have given up. I'm cheating. Streamer cheater. Let's go. I'm sick of this woman. Had enough of this pro. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crucial moment, huh? Yeah, honestly, fuck him. I don't care. I do not care. Fuck you. I'm just cheating. Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see, the photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Oh. Night, Floral. My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. That's right, I wasn't gonna voice him anymore. He can certainly downplay the situation, can't he? I guess it's that, just like the, American, media, I guess. I'm sorry. Oh, God. No, you're just a bad character. I use it all up. The film, I mean. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. This photo was the last one. What? You're a dupe! Unfortunately, that is the truth. No, Stream's not dead. What do you mean Stream dead? Let me see here. Stream shouldn't be dead. Yeah, Stream's not dead. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All of the photos of Witness herself playing among the wildflowers. The Witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So, you only took photos of yourself? I was taking some photos of myself once too. Please, no details. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait! Just a minute! Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. God, I want to wedge you, 20-year-old Edgeworth, so bad. Fucking... Alright, well then, let's get back to the quote. I'm not even gonna voice him anymore. Blah, 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 blah. Huh. It looks like the other kid in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. That's for sure. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? What? But I just... Fuck you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting this thing done because my client is innocent. Fuck you, Judge. If you can't think with your other head, get out of this courtroom. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. A little bit. I'm speedrunning this case because if I have to look at, like, if I have to deal with this woman any longer, I'm gonna, like, actually start to bite my arm off. I can't stand this garbage. It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. I hate the judge. I hate young Edgeworth. I hate Dahlia. Mia, you're fine. You're cool. I will defend you with my dying breath. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Don't let anybody tell you different. But fuck everybody else. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, the victim had turned around and tried to run. Well then... What about Mr. Armando? He's fine. He looks, super... He doesn't look like any other character I've seen in the game so far, so I think he's fine, you know? He's holding a mug, like, all the time, but I think that's just a character quirk, you know? Because Dusky Bridge collapsed on that side. My bad.
Wow.
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. Yes, stupid. Yes. You'd notice that if you weren't thinking with your other head, jackass. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. I'm also a huge liar. It's part of the Von Karma name, you know? Being a huge liar. There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram is made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying? Yeah, I know, and I can't afford it! I'm mad. Ah. Banging my wrist against my damn chair. I gotta need a new chair. I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That's the biggest reach I've ever seen. Like, alright, Mr. Fantastic, calm down. You should get into Marvel and just fucking be Super Skrull. I think at the very least... No, I think it's only, Manfred. Franziska's fine. Franziska's fine. She's just, you know, very protective of her younger brother. Oh, that guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward? I cannot produce a big enough middle finger for this jackass. At least the other judge is just, like, easily swayed. This guy is just a creep and a half, and I can't stand him. Oh, my beard. Fuck your beard. Get out of here. Fuck you too. I'm literally going to attack you like a wild animal, Judge. I am going to attack you like a wild animal. I will get put in contempt. It means I get to fucking beat your ass. Now then, so we go on with the trial. I'd like to establish, once and for all, what it was that the witness actually saw. I despise this woman with every single fiber of my being. Yeah, I wish Franny was here. She'd probably fucking whip Dolly into shape. I'm actually going to attack you. I'm actually going to attack you. I'm so mad. I'm going to attack this judge like a wild animal. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. After he stabbed her in the back, he picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose this was the only way he could have made sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm only allowed to talk about what I saw. No, I'm just gonna attack this judge like a wild animal because he's clearly he's clearly biased. Very much a jackass. And I'm literally about to just, like, fucking, ooh. Attack, violence, anger. Yeah, that would get any juror chucked. Mostly, I think. Fucking, I walk in here, I'm like, I'm a truckster. Fuck this clown. Anyway, yes, sir. I'm still shaking up. Look at me, I have light skin. That's how you know I'm telling the truth. I'm so innocent. If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say that. Oh, well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They really make a great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Huh. That's what I like to hear. Fucking... Ugh. One, 2, 3. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Take a look at the map of the area and you will see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in have never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders would occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Her Chanel boots? I bet you have a snappy retort, you little fuck. Alright, give me what you got. Perhaps Miss Fay would like to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this was what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw, and what I have coached you into saying. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at... Edgeworth, you are not... were it not for your future self, I would have already beaten you senseless. Who's he talking about? What a fucking... kid, you stupid ass. Ugh. Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. You don't get words anymore. I'm sure that, like, if Edgeworth looked back on this case, he'd look and see the stupid shit he said in court, and he'd fucking cringe so hard he'd become a singularity. He would become a black hole. You know, I am sad about one thing. I wish we did get, like, Edgeworth in MVC. Because it would have been an interesting, like, Virgil to, like, Phoenix's Dante. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that doesn't wash. That just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes. This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Get fucked. Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled and stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. You must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. She was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh god, my eyes are gonna roll so far back I'm gonna see the goddamn, like, whatever they're called, the things that connect my fucking eyeballs to my brain. I look like Andros over here. Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that! Miss Faye, no one on the face. The planet is perfect. She's lied like 8 times under oath, you dipshit. This isn't a Po Body's Nerfict.
She's lied on the stand. Are you dumb?
I hate the both of you. What? That's not fair! Yeah, basically. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial is over. Now's the time to go forward. But... that wasn't fair! Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember. The other kitten's a testimony. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, so you can explain how you knew that. You have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Yeah, basically. Doesn't care about being smart either. Will literally fucking pretend will obfuscate stupidity if it means getting a win. Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm sure there were scratch marks when he broke into it. Yeah, I see that. This is on her side. Can't make any mistakes here. Doesn't work. Fuck her. Melissa Foster, if that is your real name. Unless you finally portrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wild flowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her. I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. I don't think you can say that on Twitch, no! I'm sure it would be better if Miss Faye explained it herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... the only way the witness had the chance to see the scratches. Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really had the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? But that's ridiculous. I could never. That was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one who put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open. That's another point. But he stole the car... He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous! You even suggested the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo she took? The corpse could only have been put in that trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time, she was taking photographs. What's your chance, Mia? Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter from this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and let's see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, and even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Excuse me. Ah! Control stick. Naturally, the witness was right here. Your Honor, if I may, after parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. It was actually the victim in this photo. It's obvious, isn't it? It's her own witness. It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Yes, you. Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped him get convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. You couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You're just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls forgot what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could pretend to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Am I supposed to feel bad for this bitch? I don't. No empathy. No sympathy. Fuck her. I don't care. Hopefully pushing up daisies. Fuckhead. She's collecting her stuff in the lobby. I hope so. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as a victim. She set up a camera to take a fake photo of them together. Well, the question is, why did she do it? Wasn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Huh. Well, we'll just have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Ugh, God, I don't want to read this clown's dialogue anymore. Fuck him. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. I'm doing my best to purge a lot of the MCU from my mystery. My memory, rather. Not from my mystery. Alright, the next one after this I'll actually try on. For right now, I don't have the energy to even listen to this fucking clown. February 16th, 1:14 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Okay, no problem. I'm sorry. I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Thanks. We're almost there. Once you prove that you committed the crime. Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive. Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. Kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lie! Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just then, 5 years ago. I could fall apart any minute. So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart any moment, any minute. It's true, I did. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. That's not even her name! Oh, fucking... I wish you could see the face I'm making. My hands, both my hands are on my temples, and my eyes are bulging out of my skull. Fucking hello! Oh my god. There is literally, like, oh, fucking throw the entire library at this harlot. Oh my god. Your girlfriend? Huh? Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name. Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister. What? Are you serious? Again with this bullshit? Oh my god. I legit cannot escape it, huh? Maybe Toria's right to hate this franchise. The back then was Valerie Hawthorne. I'm pretty sure it's just the latter. No, the former, rather. It's the former. Give me a minute. I need to... Just give me a minute. I have a headache. Anyway. At first I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but it was to protect her little sister. I can understand why she did it. Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us! What do you mean she betrayed you? Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too. A make-believe kidnapping? Dahlia. That's one. Two, like... Why? Why after 2 it's in every game? Why? Ugh. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. That's fair. I apologize. Ugh, did he actually save my teen angel? Mia, why aren't you beating the shit out of this guy? Why are you just treating it like a sad scene? I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Valerie was in on it? Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get 1 jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him to make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer because she's new detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the $2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman... That woman, Valerie, she'd do it for real. She'd shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in arm. Dahlia, she jumped in river. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you? I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. Yeah. I'd do it for free and I'd get put in jail for it. I don't give 2 shits. You threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's what you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like. So I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth. That's all. So that's why. That's why we made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls. Where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know. Huh? You don't know? No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia. With Dahlia? That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River. I was wondering if I mentioned this, but I fixed up my V-Pets and I have batteries on that work. Just be with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute! You can come back in now. We're about ready to go. Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne? Never found her. I'm not reading that. Never found her. Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. Die, 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 die. 15, ugh. Oh, she anyway. Kill! Kill! Oh. I'm gonna throw up. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears in the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man. Angels these days. Falls takes the fall, and it's only ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really, It's time, kitten. Let's have a few more aces up her sleeve now. You bet. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You gotta strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. Hey, wait a minute. I know a guy who said that. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better? Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best. You're a brave young lady. Not this again. Couldn't understand a defense lawyer wanting to get our client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is... What are you talking about? The witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. Sure she is. What possible reason could a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's hard to imagine this woman as a murderer. She is, dipshit. Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next. Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive? Yes, of course. I think. Ha! Mr. Arnax is tame as a kid. Mr. Armando. Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted and knots is the mark of a pro. Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge? I think, yeah, she shot falls, yeah. Of course, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like. I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true. Aha. I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. She lied on the stand, you fucking moron. Okay, this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Certain things are darkest for her. Click. She lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say. I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I never had even been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl, I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster. Ha! Yeah. Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet! Somehow I have to tie her to this case. 1, 2, 3, 4. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting that defendant sentenced to death. Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges. He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. What do you mean by that? Your client. You forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that she didn't forget about her testimony as well. Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, you couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Like, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's true. He's clearly a bitter man. This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. This is best not to poke too deep. What should I do with the last statement? Your Honor, what the witness has said just now is tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and mentally imbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. Wow, ableism moments from Edgeworth. No, that's not why Enough, witness, if you would. My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Objection!
Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification. Ah, you were talking about the scarf right here, eh? Yes, that's it! The scarf the policewoman was wearing. Got her now, just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. White? This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me. Oh! It was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. This is surprising you mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf. Yes, but what's the significance? Sure, the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is... Witness, have you ever seen this note? Note? No, never. It's top secret evidence. There's a reason that you would have. I wonder about that. What do you mean? This note shows Mr. Fall's instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear a white scarf for identification. White scarf? Ugh! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order! 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 Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valley Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person. You do say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Had figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the concept of the note was... And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I never heard that name before, eh? Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. This is her name, right there. What's this? Who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring up the dead back to life. The dead? Well... This is funny for a multitude of reasons, but I'm just gonna keep going. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What do you imply? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost into the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Even if you couldn't, Miss Faye, you're not saying... But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. Unless you can tie all the loose ends together. You're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. I can expose her true nature and turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... You knew all along? Yes. Prosecution office isn't filled with fools. Naturally, we'll conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? It looks like the kid knew. He knew our identity from the get-go. No way! But Then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Shut the fuck up. Accidental? I don't believe it for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And I find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Buddy, I will kick your teeth in. Really, Miss Faye. I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
Have you looked in a mirror lately, Mr. Von Karma? Sorry about that.
How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? Buddy, I will fuck you up. I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would the witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought it was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ah, that wasn't me! It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict! Objection! I think you've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. What makes you think we're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like he's sweating bullets. Ah, I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course! Aren't I? No. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. That's me. The rashes of youth, how charming. I will kick your stupid little ass. Fucking ascot wearing ass. Fucking young Confederate looking ass. Fucking my father here about looking ass. Fucking, Boston Tea Party looking ass. Fucking no Texas representation looking ass. This coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her sister, Valerie Hawthorne? The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the world the whole truth. For real, right? The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Align the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne in Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? I will fucking... Wait, what? Oh, sick, I think my bot crashed. Hold on. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time I hide behind your womanly wiles. It's not even womanly wiles. It's just because he's got light skin. If she was darker skin, this would never even be a problem. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Yeah, that all sounds very flowery and shit. You are clearly getting played and you all are suckers, dumbasses. Alright. Kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And what to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. It's been half a decade, Gramps. Shut up. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. You still got that info. That Asa person. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that kidnapping happened 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's our secret. Alright. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Ego River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true! I felt the push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. Oh, I get it. Because he's her fall guy. Amogus. I'm sorry, I guess it wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you had claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below, a most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river might have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh. Like, I love these things he's picking up. Yeah, we're still alive. It's only 8 I mean, we're only live because I started late because my entire internet exploded because Windows makes very well-made, like, operating systems. We're probably going to start the next Ace Attorney case. We're not going to start Mouse Hunter today. We're going to replace the multiverses and shit tomorrow. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed a witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, we could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen in the river. Yeah. This is a flashback scene. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught in one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. Yeah, it's a flashback case. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Fucking wish it had! Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Yeah, he's supposed to dress like his adopted dad. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. This evidence shows the fatal error you've made. Oh. Fucking... Wrong one. I'm looking at this thing, because I want to get through this case, because it sucks. This case sucks, actually. Let's see. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wire supporting both sides of the bridge. Yeah, we are, because fuck this case, actually. Fuck this case, actually. They extend about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up the 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that this guy got sentenced to jail 5 years before this case started for dating a 14-year-old. So... yeah, I imagine so. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Ah! And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had a gun trained on him. At point-blank range. Ugh. It's media? Yeah, I know it's media. You don't have to you know what? I'm getting rid of that emote. I'm sorry. It's done. I'm sick of you using that emote all the time. You can't always say it's media all the time. Like, that doesn't... Stop. So, Mr. Falls throwing a witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible. Ugh. I'm just sick of you, like, using that emote every time we talk about something like this. I don't say it in that voice. Well, tough. That's what you sound like. It's me. That's what you sound like. That's you. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this, eh? Delia Hawthorne. You jumped to the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. It's resigned sigh voice, like what is to be done voice? Well, fucking resign sigh somewhere else. I know, I get it. Stop. Enough. You don't need to remember every time that it's media. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident you could handle the swift current. My point is that, yes, we know, we're aware you don't have to, like, constantly resign, sigh, it's media when we talk about stuff like this. You don't have to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping in the river. Oh, and what was it? What is so important that you'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. That fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the raft of the Eagle River. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Delia Hawthorne. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Ugh! No, it can't be. Yes, Delia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. Like, I'm already, like, annoyed and I don't need to, like, constantly remind us that, like, yes, this sucks by just doing its media in a resigned voice. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! 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 Your Honor, 5 years ago, the winner was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon, and there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. You guys don't see the difference between saying, you're saying it sucks and my saying it sucks, but okay. Like, ugh. At the end of the day, it isn't, but like, you could at the very least, like, say what it is rather than just using, like, the emote for it. Just say, that sucks, and then just move on. Bugs me. I'm a huge baby. You know this. You've been on the stream before. You've been at this stream before. You've seen the stream before. You know I'm a huge baby. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? She was a detective back then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving a phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. Yeah, this is a different judge. This is the judge who showed up at the little bit of what's his name's case. What's his dick? Luke at me. That shithead. Planning to do? He was going to the whole truth as she wrote her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. I also hate this clown. Thinking the judges are brothers? Well, fuck this clown. Who is that? Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? It's the real Dahlia Hawthorne. Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence of it to at least show that. Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? Please put this bitch, like, beneath the jail. I don't even care. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does weigh certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject that assertion made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? The girl's made a fool of me, there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that? Mr. Armando! Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even there's no evidence, there's still a testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. So there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person that can testify against that demon woman's crimes? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Yeah, it's siblings all the way down, except for Phoenix, who doesn't have any siblings, but kind of is adopted by the Faye family a little bit. Or Mr. Edgeworth. What is your take on this? Hey, why is Godot here and normal? Don't worry about it. Why not? Prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. And whack his pee-pee. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left, you fucking freak. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true, Mr. Falls. There's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia, it's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Leah. Allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness. I'm sorry. I apologize. Water. Please. Water. Can't talk. Need water. Oh well. Guess it'll be my coffee instead. This is the match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. That day at 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please receive your cross-examination. Does this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict go along with your death sentence? There's one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh. Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. Wanna know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge! Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, I'm so sorry. You must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to this special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle This little bottle necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. You're at the scene at 4 o'clock. Oh no. Then he left his car and attended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! Indeed, there certainly wasn't enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Uh-oh. Huh? Mr. Falls? That's enough. Please. Witness? No, I'm sorry, folks, but, like, I'd be more empathetic, but, like... You know? I mean, it's fucked up, but... I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a rest. We need a recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise, so I did it. I drank this. No! We were so close! Just a little more. I was gonna prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls! Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee. Well, I guess he lived up to his name. Mr. Falls! And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. For here the mighty rule. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Hello. We did it. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando, you were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft. It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself! Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Huh. I wonder why this theme is playing. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Okay, alright. Once in a while I can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando! No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. And you file them away and eventually forget them. Is he in the hospital? I just noticed the IV bag. Is he in the hospital? Hello? 1 year later in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Fucking baby Phoenix. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all of this. Alright, I guess we'll tackle the next case on Monday. I'm probably gonna play Multiverses or whatever next. Alright, maybe this case will actually be... Oh, shit, there she is. Alright, let me save the game. And sorry for the weird stream. I had to do a lot of bullshit to get everything set up because, what's it called? My entire show was falling apart at the seams. But don't worry, after that we'll be playing the Edgeworth games, and maybe after that we'll be playing the, what's it called games? The Apollo Justice games. And then Dual Destinies, etc. I think Dragon's still alive right now? Let me see. Yep, she's still alive. Okay, I'm gonna pass you over to her. I'm gonna do a couple of things on my own. And then we'll be back tomorrow for more multiverses. If you want to tune in for that, be sure to stop on by. I can, actually. Oh, wait, no. Well, yes, I can. That's what I mean. I can, but, you know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That'll do it for tonight. See you tomorrow. Hope everything, like, doesn't break like it did today. Later, everybody. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for Multiverses. Peace out, y'all.